for taking time today to come to the newest project, Faces of Armenia from the World.
It's my pleasure to be your guest.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? What makes you Maria?
I'm proud Armenian. I was born in Yerevan, raised in Armenia, and I will die in Armenia for sure. I have 2 kids, 5 and 6 years old. I'm proud they are in Armenia. I hope they'll be patriots like I am. Pure Armenians who adore Armenia and will do their best for Armenia.
So what would happen if they leave the country, if they leave you behind?
I can never make them to do something. I will never make them, but I will do my best so they will love Armenia. They already love Armenia. I can just help them to recognize their motherland, to love it, and then it's their decision.
How do you see that your children love Hayastan? Hayastan, the name for Armenia, yeah?
Yes. Love that Armenians feel to their motherland. I think it's in their blood. If you're Armenian, even if you are not born in Armenia, you love Armenia. You miss Armenia, even if you have never been here. I'm sure all Armenians can prove, because that's the reason we have so many songs about Armenia, about how people miss, how they wish they were here and returned.
So if I interpret it correctly, it's the culture of love.
Yes.
Being Armenian is a culture of love.
Perfectly said.
Earlier you mentioned you have 2 kids.
No, I have 3 kids.
Okay,
Really.
who's the third in the box?
I know you. No. I'm talking about a Studio Boutique Hotel where we are now. This is my home. This is my 3rd child and my Studio Boutique Hotel, located just next to the Cascade Complex in Yerevan. So here are 4 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, and the hotel is for 10 people.
So where are we specifically, and when was the youngest child born, so to say?
My youngest child is only 1 year old. It needs really a lot of attention, as my other 2. But I'm doing my best to pay attention, because they need it equal. Like both my 2 kids and this hotel need my attention very much. 3 rooms of our boutique hotel look on Cascade Park, as you can see. This is my 3rd child, my youngest one.
Okay, so now you really have to educate us. How is it with 3 children? How can you multitask so many tasks parallelly?
I have an inspiration, a strong woman who is my mother, who was working hard in 3 places. She worked in very different places, even in U.S. Embassy, even in laundry service, but she worked even there. And then she opened a laundry service in this building. Then she decided to turn our apartment into a restaurant.
When did your mother start to be your inspiration?
When I was a kid, and I'll be honest, I didn't understand what she's doing. It was just normal for me. But when I became a mother, after that, I realized what she was doing and how difficult it was for her to raise me alone, to work in Yerevan in Vedi. We were living in Vedi at that time, but she was giving lessons even in Yerevan. So 2 days in a week, she was coming to Yerevan and teaching music and singing in schools. that teacher then became a business lady, which was really surprising.
What year are we talking about? And how many women at the time transitioned to become a businesswoman?
I don't think there were much, but there were. Armenian women are strong. We are really strong. Even when it's war, Armenian women can take a gun and go to the war.
So you mean they were fighting in the war around Nagorno-Karabakh?
Many Armenian, yes, of
independence?
course, many Armenian mothers, women were at the war at the time. Some of them were like, of course, medical part of it, but we have a lot of Armenian women that were fighting against enemies with guns in their hands during genocide also. We have a lot of facts and photos in our genocide museum where women are standing with guns protecting their family, trying to protect.
So that's the spirit that goes around Armenia, empowering women in every village, in every city, in every region.
Yeah.
Now you have to tell me, how was your mother caught by the spirit of strong Armenian women?
In 2001, when she decided to turn our apartment into a restaurant, I was a student of university and I was learning, and I wasn't able to help her, and she was doing everything by herself, like buying
the ingredients,
cooking. She was a chef cook of the restaurant, and she was also a waitress sometimes, mostly. And she was serving, and she was doing everything by herself. By the way, when we opened the restaurant, when she opened this restaurant, we didn't have money to buy new glasses, plates, etc., serving sets. So we were using the ones we were using in our home. And then when we gained some money,
yes,
we have now new glasses, plates, this serving sets. And after some years, because she worked so hard, I don't remember her sleeping. I don't remember.
She woke up before you woke up, and went to bed after you went up.
Yes.
And you were a student at the time.
Yes.
So you were dancing around the night.
No, at night I was serving also. I was helping. I was trying to help her, but in the beginning it was really, really, really super hard. That time in 2001, Cascade area, there were no cafes here. Only one, which was Kakadu.
Kakadu.
Yeah, Kakadu. It was near middle of the park. Like a place to eat ice cream. It was a cafe.
So not a restaurant.
Yeah. And
so what restaurant are we talking about?
We're talking.
Is it actually this infamous Studio Cafe?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
If you know, we are the first one.
Famous status among all Yerevan people, even among all Armenians, I heard.
It was very strange if somebody came to Armenia and didn't come to Studio Cafe at that time. People met there.
Mingled, exchanged contacts, went for business lunch. It
was one of the first ones where you could go. In Armenia, it's not normal to go to cafe alone and sit, that time especially. But our cafe was one of them, where you could go and make friends. Not more. Just really, you can. There was a smaller place inside, and when people were coming, and our waitress were like, "We don't have place." It was I'm alone. She was like, "Oh, please, could you make a space for our new guests?" Yes, with pleasure. And they were sitting together, like, or is it okay if our guests will sit with you? Yes, of course. And it was so usual for them.
Can you maybe let us know the most memorable experience you had in Studio Cafe. One thing that really shaped you, that made you really believe in your family, in your mother, in the future, in Armenia, that made you really think, this is Armenia, this is Studio Cafe, this is where I want to stay, where I want to live.
Our clients were a small family. By the way, Armenia is a family. Armenians are a huge, big family, especially during last year. We will talk about it later. And our clients were like, everybody felt like they are at home.
Maria, as we all know, you have your own studio boutique hotel. You are an accomplished businesswoman. But what is the secret to being a great businesswoman in Armenia?
I think the most important thing is to have inspiration for what are you doing this. Not just for money, but really, what is the reason you want to be or become a businesswoman? I love service. I love when I'm communicating with clients, talking, serving, and making them happy. And there's the part of the reason I'm in service area, not in production, but in service. As you know, our family owned a small cafe at the Cascade, which was the first one in the Cascade area, and we owned it 70 years. And from that years, I think I learned how is right to communicate with clients, how to make them to feel like a home, even if when they are in cafe. So I hope I'm able to do this when I own a hotel now.
So you are inspired, but then, even though inspired, what are the difficulties you're facing every day? And what was the difficulties actually opening up your very own hotel?
The country is small. It's a little bit difficult to be a businessman in a small country. It's the first. But if you work hard, you can make it. And I had an inspiration, like my mother, who did it. She was one of the first ladies in Armenia who could and was able to build her business and do it right. And so when I see her and see what steps she did, what difficulties she had, and what she did during this period, it makes me feel ready to face the difficulties.
So can you tell me about the specific difficulties you face as a businesswoman?
I think the most important part of the difficulties is that you have to do everything alone. This is the most important thing for women, because you have your housekeeping, you have children to raise, you have family, you have a lot of things that you have to do besides your business. And to be an owner to be a business lady is one more thing you have to do, except of all of the things you are doing. I think for women, the most important part is this. Because if I don't do this myself, who will do it?
So you know what I can see? I can see the culture of love transcend through your eyes. How you are able to give love to both your boutique hotel, to your two wonderful kids, to your very courageous mother, and to your friends and family. And I think that's very adorable. And in a way, I think That's the secret sauce to be a successful businessman woman in Armenia.
I'm very happy to hear that. I hope it's a reality. I'm doing my best it to become true.
So Maria, with all these difficulties and challenges, what makes me wonder, what makes you get out of bed every day, again and again?
You know, beside a big cup of coffee, of course, my wonderful kids, the chance to become a strong and perfect mother for them, to build a good business, strong, and to secure them a very good future.
This is really beautifully said. I think when your children hear this at one time, they'll be so proud of their mother.
Thank you.
So, Maria, besides your two beautiful children, what was the most important event in your lifetime?
I can tell you that it was this Velvet Revolution, which was in 2018. It was awesome. The atmosphere, 90% of Armenia, I think more than 90% of Armenia were in streets. They were celebrating, they were happy. A lot of crowds were coming down from this cascade complex, and they were crying, "Ha, yeah, Stan!" And my son was looking and saw this and like, "Ha, yeah, Stan!" Snor havort, that it's like happy birthday Armenia. Happy
Snor havort,
Snor havort, you know, I think independent Armenian became independent nation of Armenia. Last year was that year that you feel you are equal beyond the law, you feel more protected, you feel independent. It's atmosphere.
So not only Armenia changed, but actually the confidence of the people.
Type of thinking, the mentality changed, the culture, the feelings, everything changed.
So do you think, is this like you take a seed of a flower, you put it into the ground? That was the origin. That is the Velvet Revolution. And now you have a tree growing.
Yeah, but and all are waiting forward to see the plants.
The foundation of the future, the foundation of prosperity.
Yeah, and we.
Your eyes get quite wet. I can.
Yeah, because it's really a huge thing for us. We didn't recognize, we didn't realize what is happening, and we didn't believe it's happening. I think most of Armenia, a lot of Armenians didn't realize. I can't really believe till now. It's already 1 year past, more than 1 year past. But sometimes you don't believe really it happened, or it was a dream.
It was long overdue. It took 30 years to happen.
Yeah.
Or close to 30 years.
Nearly. So, yes, last year was very important year for Armenia. For us too. Especially for us. For citizens of our great Armenia.
Faces of Armenia. True citizens of the world. For a peaceful and inclusive development. Do you think the new generation, let's add a name, the generation born after independence, will they be the one that will lead Armenia to prosperity, not only internally, but also in a global context?
Yes, I really believe. I'm sure of that, because now we have more chances, opportunities to learn, to learn abroad, of course, but come back or even if you stay abroad, you are doing everything for Armenia, working there, but doing everything for Armenia. And I'm sure this generation is able to move mountains even.
Move mountains?
Yes.
We have great to expect, I guess.
I'm sure of it. And I'm sure because of us, because of our next generation, Armenia will become one of the powerful nations of the world. And you know why? Because
please tell us.
Because we always had we're a small country. There are only 3 million people living in Armenia, but we have a lot of geniuses, you know? Because we have so much clever people. And I'm sure that next generation will continue and will be better than we or our past generation was.
You set 2 wonderful children in this world. One boy and one girl. Which makes me wonder, what do you see for their future? Is there any piece of advice that you can give to the new generation rising up?
I can say like this. Have a dream. Follow your dream. Do everything it come true. But always find the time for your family, friends. Relax and take care of your health. And always use a chance to learn something more, to become more educated. Dear Konstantin, I want to thank you and tell you that it was a great pleasure and honor for me to be part of Faces of Armenia from the world. And I want to thank you, Konstantin Jan, and thank you, Marijan, for making this happen to me. It was a very good opportunity for me.
Maria, your words deeply touched upon my heart. And I have to say that you were a truly beautiful, remarkable face of Armenia, which will surely resonate well with the Armenian people, with our global community, and it will show the integrity, heritage and tradition of Armenians, Armenia, and the lovely city of Yerevan. It was my pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.